Welcome back, folks, after a long pause where I didn't post any new video because of personal reasons, but also because on the market we haven't seen any new camera from the big manufacturer yet, so there was nothing to report about. But now I want to quickly talk about why the Japanese are being so silent and boring this year and what's coming up from Chinese manufacturer, because there will be some firsts coming very soon. So they are going to release quite some exciting new products. Before we kick off, the usual reminder to first of all like this video to help me YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to not miss out the upcoming rumors. There were basically two reasons why I didn't post any new video the past 2 weeks. First of all, I'm very busy in my private life and also at work. I'm currently doing a big art job, and it's taking me a ton of time, but the big cause why I didn't post any new video is because the big manufacturers, Japanese manufacturers, ain't releasing any exciting products yet. This is one of the most boring starts of the year I ever lived in the past 20 years. So there were no new Canon, Sony, Nikon camera, no Panasonic camera, no OM camera, as you have seen, and it's quite unusual. Usually in January we have some announcement, and in February at the CP Plus show we have some announcements from those Japanese manufacturers. Now this period of no announcement from Japanese manufacturer will end soon, because finally Sony will announce the new lenses. I already talked to many times the 16-28 2.0 GM, the 100-400 GM and G lenses, because one is 4.0 and one is variable aperture. Plus, we also saw that Sony did register a new camera. Also, Panasonic did register 2 new cameras. So in April, May, we're definitely getting some new gear from the Japanese manufacturer. But the companies that are not sleeping are the Chinese companies, because there will be a ton of exciting news. So I want to quickly share some news that I gathered in the past 2 weeks. Tomorrow, Songdian, a Chinese company that just did join the Micro Four Thirds system, will have a major announcement, product announcement event. Don't know if they will announce a new Micro Four Thirds camera tomorrow, but they just joined the Micro Four Thirds world, so expect some new Micro Four Thirds products anyway coming from that Chinese company. So they're going to release some products, while OM and Lumix, Panasonic, are not announcing anything in the Micro Four Thirds world, and I haven't heard anything about possible new cameras and lenses from both companies. So the Chinese companies like Songdian and probably also Insta360, which already teased a 4/3 camera. We don't know if it's fixed lens or Micro Four Thirds, which means interchangeable with 4/3 sensor. These Chinese companies will announce new Micro Four Thirds or 4/3 products, while Panasonic and OM are really not doing anything serious. So the Chinese companies might save the Micro Four Thirds system by keeping it alive with new announcement. Also, Yolif, a streaming camera company, has also teased the launch of a new 80mm 1.4 Micro Four Thirds lens. So we are getting something from them. This is Micro Four Thirds, but in the E-mount system, we're getting a ton of lenses from Chinese manufacturer, including 2 brand new kind of releases. Because first of all, there will be now a new company, a new established Chinese company that will release a new lens for the E-mount system pretty soon. This will be the 11th Chinese company making lenses for the E-mount system. So that's quite a lot. So we have a ton of Chinese manufacturer releasing budget level lenses that are selling really hot, but also high-end lenses that are starting to be nearly as good as Sony or Sigma lenses. I think Sony still has quite some margin of advantage, but Sigma is really has to be worried about the Chinese competition. And basically we're getting a new prime lens, autofocus lens from this 11 Chinese company. I don't have the name of the company. I only know that it's coming very soon, and it's a prime lens, full frame prime lens, autofocus lens. Another brand new thing that is going to happen that's quite big, because it's the biggest market when it comes to lenses. As you know, zoom lenses sell way more than prime lenses, and we are getting the first full frame autofocus zoom lens from a Chinese manufacturer for the Sony E-mount system for sure. So this will be the next step in the Chinese company closing the gap with Japanese manufacturer. I told you in one of my past videos that I think in 5 years from now most of the products will be announced by Chinese manufacturers when it comes to both lenses and cameras, because I really think they will also start to make their own mirrorless system cameras. I don't know if they will join the L mount or make their own mount. That's still unclear. For example, DJI is rumored to make a mirrorless full-frame L mount camera, but I think in 5 years from now this will be the normal, and we know that Chinese companies have a faster pace, so I think maybe also that's one of the reasons why the Japanese manufacturers are holding back, watching out what the Chinese are making, because they're a bit afraid, maybe, I don't know, just speculating here. But again, the big news here is the 11 company making a new E-mount autofocus prime lens and a new autofocus zoom lens, full frame lens is coming. We don't know the brand. All we know is that this brand has made manual focusing lenses for E-mount before. It will be the first autofocus lens, so this is not Viltrox or other established autofocus lens makers, but could be, for example, DZO Film, which makes already cine full frame lenses, so they might be launching a new autofocus full frame zoom lens. We don't know. That's something that I will get some updates very soon, and I will write it on my rumor blog, so check out Sony-alpha rumors, L rumors, mirrorless rumors, Photo rumors, Nikon Eye, Canon Buzz, where I publish constant updates, so I will not make a new video for every small update, but on those websites you can be sure that every day you have some news about the next upcoming news and announcement and rumors. Okay, so that's more or less what's happening right now. The Japanese are waiting out, but they're coming, so don't worry. In April, May, June, we're definitely getting cameras and lenses, and I will give you some updates about this very soon. So Japanese manufacturer will finally do something, but the Chinese manufacturer, they just are fast-pacing stuff, and I can't wait to see the first full-frame autofocus zoom lens for the E-mount system, and also see when they will finally announce their first cameras like Insta360 and DJI, maybe even Sony. That will be exciting. It's just odd that we see Japanese manufacturer being so conservative in a time where there's a comeback in interest in mirrorless cameras and fixed lens cameras. So sales, particularly of fixed lens cameras, are raising. So I don't know why companies like Sony don't release a new RX100 camera. Also seeing the success of the Ricoh GR4 and the Fujifilm of course X100VI. I don't know why some companies are asleep on the wheel. I will never understand it, but maybe let me know in the comment system what you think about this, why the Japanese manufacturers are not investing more in releasing new gear in a time where they could catch the momentum and make big sales. And okay folks, so this was just a general update about the current boring time, so nothing really exciting in this video. But if you have some info about the upcoming announcement in April, May and June, and you want to share the info that you found or heard, you can contact me using this email address and contact form. And I hope to see you soon with a new video about real products that are coming very soon, possibly the Sony FX32 or the new Panasonic S1 H2 or other cameras like this. That would be very interesting to report on this channel. So stay tuned, and I see you very soon.